Hey folks, it's really cold today. It's drizzly, wet. It's 35 degrees right now and it is miserable. So I decided I was going to make some soup and I wanted to come up with something different. So what I've got here is some chicken thighs and some of these little smokies, the beef smokies. I'm going to actually cut these into probably thirds. I think this will work out really good, and I'm going to cook the chicken breasts with the skin and the bone first, and then pull off the meat and then dice it up and then add it back. And I've got an onion, I've got some mild Rotel, which is diced tomatoes and green chilies. I've got some chicken broth, and I have here these little pastas. This is HEB brand. They call them salad macaroni. There's probably another name for them, but this is what I want to use for this. And then I've got some salt and pepper. So that's it. So let me get everything prepped and get this chicken started. Okay, I've heated up about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil in my pot, and I've salt and peppered the skin side of these thighs. I'm just going to brown them off real good. I like using the skin and the bones because it really adds a lot of flavor to the chicken stock. And I'm just going to add a little salt and pepper to the other side of the chicken. Just let that brown up, and then I'll flip it over, and then I'll get this going. Okay, I browned off this side and I flipped it over. This side, the other side is brown now, so I'm going to add my diced onion. Just kind of mix that around down in there. Saute those onions real good. Gonna let those saute for a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, it was just a few minutes, just enough to soften up those onions. I'm gonna add my chicken broth. And this is 48 ounces chicken broth. And I'm just going to stew this probably about an hour until that chicken is tender, and then I'll remove it from the bone, remove the skin, and then continue on. So I'm just going to cover that and let that simmer. Chicken's been simmering for an hour, so now I'll turn off the heat and remove it. Let it cool down so I can cut it up into small bite-sized pieces. It smells good. It's nice and tender. I'm going to remove the bone and the skin after I let it cool down. So stay tuned. Okay, I've got the chicken removed from the bone, and I'm going to bring this back up to heat. First, I'm going to add a can of the Rotel, diced tomatoes and chilies. I'm going to add all of my chicken. And my little smokies. I actually ended up cutting them in half, which was perfect. Nice little bite-sized pieces. Yeah, it looks good. And I know I didn't originally show it, but I decided I was going to go ahead and throw in a packet of this Goya Sazon. This is the cilantro and achote, just to give it a nice color and some added flavor. I'm gonna let this simmer for a little while, and then I'll come back and check it for seasonings. And then add my pasta toward the end, because I don't want to overcook the pasta. Yeah, that Sazon adds a nice color to it. Well, it's smelling good. Okay, so stay tuned, folks. This is gonna be good. Okay, it's been simmering for a while, and I've tasted it. The seasonings are perfect. I don't need to add any salt or anything. So now I'm going to add 1 cup of the pasta and 1 cup of water. Just stir that really good. And I'm just going to let this simmer until that pasta is done. And then we'll see how we did. Okay, the soup is ready, so let's give it a taste. Actually, I think on my first thought I should have probably just used that 1/2 cup, because this always happens to me with macaroni or any kind of pasta. I always put too much. I look at it and I'm like, and then I remember it expands, but this is perfect. So let's give it a taste. Get some chicken, get some sausage, some tomatoes. Mm. Mm. That's really tasty. I love this, the flavor of these little smoky sausages in here. I really do. Mm. This is perfect on a cold night. What is it? It's 27 degrees here in Central Texas. So this is perfect. So there you have it. Little Smokies, chicken, soup. Perfect for a cold night.